Today we're making Jamaican sweet potato pudding.
Hi guys, what are you doing today? Today we're doing something a bit different. Instead of cooking today, I'll be baking something that I think is fitting for the weather that we're having now, rainy weather, coupled with the fact that we're under quarantine. So today I'll be baking sweet potato pudding.
So let's do an ingredient breakdown. In the pan here I have about 4 sweet potatoes that I have in the water there because I don't want them to oxidize. So these I'm going to grate on my grater here. And the grater is not rust, guys. It's stained. So right here I have half a cup of flour, 1.5 cups of sugar, about 4.5 cups of coconut milk, 3/4 cups of cornmeal, a teaspoon of salt, and then I'm going to grate about 2 teaspoons of nutmeg, and then I'm going to add as well 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So first things first, guys, I'm going to sweeten the coconut milk, which is the wet part of the recipe. So I'm just fetching my wooden spoon. That's my preferred utensil. And this coconut milk here has been sitting for about 2 hours now, so it's well set. So you can see there, it's forming on the top there, yeah, man. So I'm just combining back the solid to the liquid there, solid form on the top there. And now I'm gonna add the sugar, 1.5 cup of sugar. I'm going to do this to taste. Sorry about that, guys. I thought the camera stopped. So to that now I had after the sugar I added about 2 teaspoons of vanilla. You see it there? I added 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I added the salt as well because I prefer to add the salt to the liquid. And now I'm going to grate about 2 teaspoons of nutmeg to this. I need it to be really spicy. So right here I'm going to add about a teaspoon of that ginger extract there. So I'm now going to mix all of this together and then set it aside and move on to the next step. And so that's it for that. This is what it looks like. So as I said before, I'm going to set this aside and then move on to the dry ingredients. So this here is the half cup of flour. I'm going to sift it. Along with the cornmeal. This isn't my preferred cornmeal, guys. It's a bit coarse. But I have it. I'm not going to throw it out. And as I can see there, I can see how coarse it is. So this I'm going to throw out. And as I told you in my cornmeal porridge video, which I'll link in the cards above, the Indian Girl cornmeal is my preferred cornmeal of choice. So now I'm ready to grate the sweet potato. So I have 4 sweet potatoes here. So I'm going to start to grate the sweet potato. But I'm not going to stay here and boil with me. I'm grating the sweet potato here. So as soon as I'm finished, I'll come back and show you the end result. So here's the grated potato. This is what it looks like. So to this now I'm going to add my cornmeal flour mixture. I'm just going to mix it in like this. You may be wondering about lumping, but this is the way my mother do it. And I'm not going to change anything about it. And this is the way I've been doing it, and I've never had any problems with lumps. So I'm gonna do a quick wash of hands. So I have the oven preheating at 180 degrees. And right here now I'm adding the sweetened coconut milk to the sweet potato flour and cornmeal mixture here. So right here I'm adding a little bit more salt. I gave it a quick taste and it needs a little more salt. So I'm just adding about a quarter teaspoon more just to level off and combine the flavors together. Also guys, I didn't show you that I left about half cup of the coconut milk mixture so that I can put it on top of the pudding 3/4 way in of baking it. So I'll show you that later. So I'm going to grease the baking tin with a little coconut oil. Some people use butter, I don't. I use coconut oil. And so I'm just going to spin it around and then use my fingers to spread it out. So I'm now pouring in the butter in the baking tin, guys, getting it ready to go into the oven. Look at that, so beautiful. So that dark spot to the left there, it's a piece of nutmeg I later removed. And now I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of coconut oil on the top of it. So I'm gonna put it in the oven for about an hour and a half. So this now here I have is the reserved coconut milk that I'm gonna put on low flame and you know, boil it down to thicken it a bit to spread on the top the last 15 minutes or so of the pudding baking. So this here is what it looks like. I'm just gonna take it off the flame and cool it down a bit. It's now 1 hour and 15 minutes after placing the pudding in the oven, so I'm gonna remove it and spread this over it. Here is the pudding, guys. I'm now ready to spoon the coconut mixture that I reduced down earlier on it, just to aid in, you know, to give me that soft top. Yeah, man. And the color, guys, it's not showing up. I'm only sorry not seeing the real color. It's not showing up properly on the camera for some unknown reason. So right here I'm just going to spoon that reduced coconut milk mixture. And this is another reason why I prefer to put the salt to the coconut milk and not the flour. Because when I do that, you know, it aids in balancing out the sweet flavor, because if I didn't add it to it, then you know it would only be sweet that I'd be adding to the top here. But I have the salt in there, so it sort of balance out everything. So it's now 1.5 hours, and look at this beauty here, guys. You can see the bubbles coming up. Look at that, very beautiful. So I'm not going to slice it now. Well, I'm going to slice it tomorrow to show you what it looks like. But let me tell you, the best part of eating pudding is to have it hot, especially when it burns the roof of your mouth. That's an experience in and of itself. Alright. Oh man, so that's it, guys. If there's anything you'd like to know, you can, you know, leave them in the comments below. Yeah, man. Also remember to follow me on my socials, all at YaadieStyleCooking. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next video.